Right then, so I did film some of this of me doing the turbo, but some of the footage was a bit iffy, so yeah. New turbo, well, the core's new anyway, starts and runs and everything. Broke one of the injectors on the top section, so that's got a second-hand injector in it, but it's missing ever so slightly. Fuel filter's been done, air filter's been done, oil and filter's been done. Belt's not too bad. I did put the new barrel in the door. Took a bit of modifying, sorted my window out, so that winds up and down nice and easy again. We'll go around that other side, but yeah, I've not really done like a walk round on this Transit from memory. Been in the dark most of the times, at least before we start raining. So I ended up moving the axle back, so there the paint marks are still on it, so it's not moved. It's had quite a bit of work done to this one when we did it. It's had 2 new tyres for the MOT last year. It's got new rear lights on it. Moved the number plate. New rear brake shoes, new rear wheel cylinders. I've got new front pads and dish in the Clio for it. I've also got a new ball joint for it. I need to do welding under there, plate that all up. There's a hole there, and it wants a plate going around there over the shock tower, just to strengthen that. I also want brake pipes because they're just horrible and they're a bit thin. And then it just wants cleaning up in here. Most of the plating we did, but it just wants more Genolite. That's what all the white stuff is, like a Genolite rust treatment. And it just pH neutrals the metal oil, that's what it's meant to do anyway. So, if I can probably, I was looking at that Raptor paint, the black Raptor paint to do it in. We are started raining now. Breaking the door. So there's me offending hole. What did I do on this now? Now there's some turbo gaskets, the coil springs in there. But yeah, that's about it on this. Sealed the fuel pump up, so it should stop leaking now. I think I need some new Jubilee clips on the power steering pump, and then I can put it up for sale then. I also put, what did I put? Yeah, I put a better concentrate of antifreeze in. They do run rather cool, these anyway, so when you speak to them on the forums they tell you to take this fan off, but I don't like the idea of that. Ford's designed it to run a fan so it can stay with a fan. The only one on this, because it's the turbo one, Lucas Epic pump, or Epic pump, whatever you want to call it, has a coolant sensor in the backside of your thermostat housing, which is this, prone to cracking on around here, or around here, because it's plastic, they just split with the heat. You get an aluminium one, but when you use it with ease and you put another sensor in, it makes the temp reading read hotter because the aluminium soaks the heat in more, so it increases the temperature. That's what I found with it anyway. But if you use a plastic one, you don't get an end bit. Black plug, you can just discard that, leave that there. You don't need that because there's a sensor on the back side there. And yeah, that is it. Also got a working one of them. If you're into your Transits or your Mark 5s, you at least know that they always break and you end up with a cable tie coming out the bonnet to fix them. So yeah. I put new bolts in, new studs. If you ever do head gaskets on Corsas, the 1.2 engines, you'll also notice that the head studs also make good turbo manifold bolts, just so you know. New gasket for that. I put silicone on most things, just easier to do, and it just keeps the heat. I just prefer doing it because it's what I've done for a while. I also put a bit of silicone on the turbo drain as well, even with a new gasket, because I usually find you either get sent a paper or a metal gasket, and they usually weep a little bit anyway. Obviously you get a new copper O-ring for your feed-in, but yeah, that's just my thing that I do anyway. Put my new grill on after my brother broke it. So this he painted. I used the original one of them, so I need a bumper, new number plates in there, that can go on when we get a new bumper. And then, sorry about this, shut the bonnet, let it a bit off. And that's that. So, got that to do, but so I've got the Transit to do, so we've got a newer recovery truck. It's just getting a bit old now. That wants a clutch, but it's currently used for storage. I have got a ball joint video coming out for a Fiesta. I think it's a Mark 7, that one. Mark 7 or Mark 6 Fiesta. Bottom ball joints. They're still there. So, this one is the Corsa that I gassed. So, yeah. But all we're getting is clicking. So at the minute it's only clicking, won't crank. So what I need to do is take the gas loom off the car, which is quite nice because they've bought a proper injector harness. They've not cut and soldered in, so they have spent a bit of money on the injector harness add-on for it. So pull that off, pull the bits of wiring off that is a bit iffy there, and then I can pull the gas system off, build everything back up, and then try and start it without the gas system being involved, because the gas ECU needs power and ground, and also uses a coil neg, also uses a switch live, should do, from an injector, which is probably what the injector harness is. So if we can get rid of the gas ECU, I'm separating that out of the equation. But I was going to have this Corsa for a bit and sell me black Clio, was the plan anyway. When I bought this, it had already had new water pump. I need a new expansion bottle because you had to rob it off this for another car, and a new cap. But there's water in it and some coolant cleaning stuff. Head gasket's done, it's all built back up, just wants starting up. There's new thermostat on it, new oil pressure switch. So I already had a new coolant temp sensor. Throttle body's clean, inlet manifold's good, rocker cover's good, was cleaned. Got a new gasket for that. Put a bit of goo on it just so it seals, because these just leak oil for fun because the crap. That's done. I've found my normal bolt for my water pump, so I'll put that back in. My battery ratchet does them tight, so all I have to do with them bolts is dab a Loctite on them, put them in with my battery ratchet, and they're tight then, and set, good to go. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to be doing this afternoon, or for a couple of hours at least. Find out why it's clicking and why we're not starting. So yeah, thanks for watching. It was just a little update video of the Transit and a little bit of that. I have got a big video of the Transit where I go into detail and I show you the turbo, what I did and things like that, so trying to sort the footage out with that. So that is it. Any questions, just ask. Please leave a like if you like the video and you like the content, and subscribe if you want to see more content. I want to try and get 1,000 subscribers before my projections on Social Blade. That's just like a goal for me that I want to do. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah.